Hello, geometry students. It's Dr. Levy here to go over your Khan Academy for the week. This is for the week of March the 30th. And you have 5 assignments, of course, one for each day of the week. Arc measure with equations, arc length, area of a sector, and inscribed angles. Let's go ahead and start with arc measure. It says in the figure below, BD and EC are diameters of circle P. What is the arc measure of major arc ADE in degrees? It's a major arc because it's going to cover more than half the circle. It's going to start at A, pass through D, and end at E. So it's the purple line. Okay, we want to figure out how far around that purple line goes out of the whole circle, which is of course 360 degrees. We've got to take out the green chunk. So how do we figure out how big the green chunk is? I'm going to erase it here for a second. And I'm going to erase this. Basically, we have a right angle over here, which means we have a right angle over here, which is 90. And we know that this part of the 90-degree angle is 63. So if we subtract out that 63 from 90, we figure out that this green angle in here is 27 degrees. And there's a little secret, which is that an angle is the same size, a central angle, if it passes through the middle, is the same size as its intercepted arc. So if this angle in here is 27 degrees, this arc out here is also 27 degrees. So we want the purple line, which is going to be everything in the whole circle except 27 degrees. So what we can do is take the whole circle, 360, subtract out the 27 degrees we already used, and we will get the measure of major arc ADE, which will be 333 degrees. Snazzy. All right, next, arc measure with equations. It's the same. They want us to find the measure of arc BC. Arc BC surrounds the pink sector here. So we need to find the angle BPC in the inside here. And then that will be the same as the measure of the arc because it's a central angle. Well, how are we going to find that angle? We know that vertical angles are congruent. So we can just set the two vertical angles equal, which are 4K plus 159 equal to 2K plus 153. If you use your algebra and solve that out, you get K equals -3. And then you plug that back in to find angle BPC, which is 147. And if angle BPC is 147, so I'll erase this. If this angle in here is 147 degrees, then the intercepted arc is also 147. All right, arc length. So what is the length of the arc? It says a circle with a circumference of 18, so the whole circle is 18 all the way around, has an arc with a 120 degree central angle. What is the length of the arc? Well, we basically need to figure out what fraction of the circle is covered by the arc. So we can find that fraction by using the central angle. The central angle is 120 degrees, and 120 out of 360 means that this pi piece in here is 1/3 of the circle, which means that if we want the length of the arc that's formed by the 120 degree angle, we need to find 1/3 of the whole circle, and the whole circle is 18. So we just need to find 1/3 of 18, or 1/3 times 18, or 6. And that's it. Area of a sector. It's a similar concept to what we did a minute ago, which is we need to figure out, if we want to find the area of the sector, which is the green wedge here, got to figure out how much of the circle that is, which we know that the central angle is 60, and we know that the whole circle all the way around would be 360. So if we figure out 60 out of 360 is 1/6, it means we have 1/6 of the circle. And we know how to find area because the area of a whole circle is pi r squared. So we just need to find the area of the whole circle, which is pi times radius squared. Radius is 3. So pi times 3 squared, or 9 pi. But that's the whole area of the whole circle. And we know we have 1/6 of the circle, so we just need to find 1/6 of the area. So to do that, we just need to find 1/6 of 9 pi, which will be 3/2 pi. Or you can times it by 3.14. And that's it. Last one, inscribed angles. So there's a rule Just like a central angle is equal to the whole arc that it intercepts, something that we call an inscribed angle, which is an angle that starts on the edge of the circle, is equal to half of its intercepted angle. So if we're told that the yellow angle ADC is 23, means the arc that it intercepts, because the angle is half the arc, that whole arc is 46. And then because the central angle is the same as the whole arc, the central angle will also be 46. And that's it. That's angle ABC. All right, I hope this has been helpful and that you'll now be able to get a start on your Khan Academy for the week. Thank you and have a good week.